Hello everybody, it's your boy Mary Banks, aka Banks FX. I welcome you to today's tutorial video from wherever part of the country you're watching from. You're welcome today. Basically we'll be talking about support and resistance and how we can use it and how we can apply it to our charts when trading and what this signifies. Now heading straight to what we're doing today, we're talking about resistance before moving down to the support. Now, basically, what the resistance level is trying to tell you that the resistance is an area of value in which the market will not be able to break through it because there are several pressures on that place, and I will go far in this video. I'll explain what are those pressure that are standing at that region. Now, let me cite a practical example of a resistance level. Now, talking about this resistance level, this is a resistance level now that we can draw here. A very sweet and clean resistance level that is mounted here. Now, if you can see what happened here, the market was not able to break above this resistance level because there are several pressures in that region. Now, if you can see, the market came to this region. The market was swinging high to this region. All of a sudden, this market got to this place and it started coming back down. Now the market started going back up again to break this region, but all of a sudden this market couldn't break that region. And now what that should indicate to you is that since this market couldn't break this region, there is a resistance level. There is actually something in this region that is resisting this market from breaking through it. All of a sudden, the next thing you do is to draw your trend line, which we have already did here. You draw your trend line to wait for the future. Now, assuming this market was still in this particular region, assuming this market was still in this place here, the market has not gotten down to this part, and you're already seeing this two resistance here. Definitely, there will be a third resistance level there, because the market, if you always watch my video, I always tell you that the market has highest probability of a third touch. That is, there will always be a third touch in the resistance level. Either you're trading support or resistance, or you're trading a trend line in resistance and support level. Now, once this market started going back down, the next thing you do is for you to drag your trend line accordingly. Make sure your work is clean and neat. Don't just draw something that will be somehow. Now you draw your resistance line, and the next thing you wait for market to get back to it, because you know there will always be third touch in every resistance and support level, but not every time. The market will not always play the way you want it. We don't control the market, we react to what we see in the market. That should sink into your head. Now what you have to do now, since the market has given us a second touch here, the next thing you start to do is to wait for the market to come back and give us a third touch, which actually happened here. The market came all the way down, and the market came back to that same region, and the market was still not able to break the resistance line. Why? What is actually making this market to go down? Remember, we are trading the retail dimension. I'm teaching you how retail trade and how you should trade as a retailer. Now, what are those things that is pushing this market to the downward part? There are sellers. There are a bunch of sellers seated at this region, a little bit above this region, below this region. This place you're seeing my line moving. There are sellers at this region. There are sellers at this region. Because why are sellers at this region? The sellers are saying that since this market is able to get to this zone and was not able to break this other swing high that was there, the market was not able to break it, showing a weakness that the market is actually weak. It can't break it. Everybody trading retail dimension, retail strategy, they're actually seeing this level. So the next thing they do, everybody begin to wait that once the market should give us a third touch, which has a high probability of playing out, I am going to sell at this region. Are you understanding? Everybody trading retail, they are saying this place that this zone is very strong. the market is resisting. That's why it is being called a resistant level. The market is resisting this market from breaking through it. No matter how hard the market tried, the market will not be able to break. The market came here, it went down. The market came back with every aggression to break through it, but the sellers were too much. The market came back down. We are trading retail dimension. Don't forget, the market came to this region. The market went back down, and the market did everything possible to go back. All of a sudden, the market was able to get back to the upside, trying to break this resistance, but the market was not able to do that. The market started going back. I remember I told you this region has the highest probability of playing out our third touch, and this was the first touch here, the second touch, and this was the third touch. And the market gave us the third touch. And what happened next? The market started going down. The market started selling. The market sold up to the down region. Now let's move straight to the support. Now the support is just trying to the support is just trying to tell you that it's just actually same thing that we explained at this resistance. That is what the support is also doing here. The support is just trying to tell you that the market will not be able to break below a particular region, a particular area of value that some kind of pressures are sitting down there. And what are those pressures that are sitting down there? There are a bunch of buyers seeing that region that, wow, this region is very strong. The market is not able to break this region. That is why it is being called support. On a layman's language, you know that support is just trying to tell you that I'm actually trying to support something. For that thing should not be able to break below. For that thing should not be able to break below a particular area of value, a particular line, a particular. Just know that the market will not be able to break a particular level, a support level. Now, the line I just drew now is a support level. Now, the market gets to this zone. Let me arrange this thing back. Now, the market gets to this zone. The market was coming down, and the market gets to this zone. You say, okay, and this market was not able to go down again. The market started going up, and this area, this resistance line, resisted this market from breaking through it, and the market came down, trying to break back this our support here. And the market came exactly at that support, and the pressures here, there were buyers sitting here. Everybody in this world trading retail dimension, everybody trading is actually saying that, okay, there is a particular resistance in this region here, and there is a support pressure in this place. There are buyers seated here watching this market. Once it gets here, everybody's going into the market, everybody's buying, because they know that this market will not be able to break this region. Now everybody bought here, all the buyers, they bought here, all the retail, everybody trading retail concepts, everybody begin to buy here. And what happened when they bought at that region? The market swing up. Market went back, started going up. And I told you about the third touch here, that there must be a third touch here. So you already know that this market must swing high to this place and give us a third touch. But not every time. Don't get confused. The market, we don't control the market. We react to what we see in the market. Nobody controls the market. You understand? So this market started going up to give us a third touch at that region. And we know that this region is very strong. Market is going to resist it because it has resisted it twice. It is supposed to resist it again for the third touch, because the third touch has the highest probability of playing out. So this market started going up. All of a sudden, this market started coming down. This market started coming down, trying to break our support, but the pressure here was too much. The market began to swing up again. All of a sudden, this market started coming down. The support level was too strong. Buyers were too much at this region. They pushed this market back, and this market went back to this place and gave us our third touch. As it gave us our third touch, everybody sold at this place. Everybody trading the retail dimension, the retail strategy, the retail concept. And don't get me confused, everybody, we are all retailers. You understand? But the difference is just that I don't trade the retail concept. You understand? This is just a video trying to show you how support and resistance work and how retailers use it. And since you're a beginner, how you can be able to use it first before advancing. Now, as this market gets to this region, the next thing you do, you sell at this region, because this region is an area of value, a resistance level. The market has resisted it 1, 2, and the third has the highest probability of playing out. The market resisted it and you sold here, and the market dropped, and you take your profit at this region here. And now the market now the market broke through our support level, trying to tell you that okay, we are done with this particular support and resistance thing here. Now the next thing is for you to look for another setup. This is just how support and resistance work. I hope you understood what we did here. Thank you very much for staying with me. I'm out. I still remember your boy Mary Banks FX. Till we meet again in the next video. Have a nice day, and do make sure you back test a lot, because that will help you a lot. Don't just watch the video and think you have gotten everything. Try as much as possible to back test. See you when I see you. Peace.